What's cracking, folks? Welcome back to the show. Thank you for stopping in. I came across this post from the very credible Screen Rant regarding the Sonic the Hedgehog universe. Sonic movies to expand into television for character studies and more depth. Sonic Producer Teases Avengers Level Events for cinematic franchise. Where do I start? Let's start with the comment about everything being, it being expanded more into television for more character study and character depth. So, for those of you that didn't know, we've already had our first Paramount Sonic TV series, one season released of Knuckles. Now, I watched it for the first time about 2 to 3 months ago, and I was really excited to get into this. Knuckles is my second favorite Sonic character next to Knuckles. I love Knuckles. And it's been sad watching Knuckles regress as a character as the video games and television series moved on. Knuckles used to be such a badass. Then he became a joke. And how the Paramount series or the Paramount movies did Knuckles, and Sonic 2, the movie, was a return to glory for the character. That is Knuckles. But anyway, I was excited for this television series because it was our cinematic Knuckles that was so badass. And the television series was marketed to us as a series that was focused around Knuckles. It's literally called Knuckles. And how he was struggling to adjust on Earth and finding his purpose and navigate his life or his new life. And I thought this was an extremely interesting concept, and I was down for it. And even in that first episode, it gave you that feeling that it was going to be about that for most of the episode. Then after that, it's not a whole lot of Knuckles for the rest of the series. The television show should not even be called Knuckles. It should be called Wade Whipple. In big letters, Wade Whipple, and then little letters, and Knuckles. This series is about Wade Whipple's journey, not Knuckles. They'll try to sell you on the point that, it's Knuckles' story of helping Wade Whipple. No, shut up. It's about Wade Whipple. It is. Everything with Knuckles in it is glorious, but there's not enough of it, and it's not focused around Knuckles. It's not. This is Wade Whipple's journey, and it was painful to watch. I was so disappointed with that show. I was. That was a study in character depth series on Wade Whipple, not Knuckles. That series did practically nothing for Knuckles' character. I'm sorry, the show wasn't good. I'm already pissed off that it was false advertisement. But on top of that, I still sat there and watched the whole thing, and it wasn't that good. And then Wade Whipple had this family. Him and his sister were so aggravating, aggy, and annoying and agitating watching them interact. Even for a kid, which I'm sure a lot of this was catered to. I feel like even a lot of kids would find it painful to sit through the banter between him and his sister. It was just so bad. The relationship with his dad, everything. It just, no. So Paramount, if you're going to put out more TV series focused around character study and character depth, and it's going to be like that, no thank you. Absolutely not. I want nothing to do with it. I don't even want to see Wade Whipple as a character ever again. He's so damn annoying. And I'm so pissed off at that show. If you're actually going to focus on the characters we want to see, the aliens, Sonic and friends, particularly the furry ones, I'm down for that. That's who we want to see. Not the humans. So, if you're going to do something like that, no thank you. I want nothing to do with it. That show's a travesty. I don't think I've ever been so deceptively lied to when it comes to a television series, like I did with Knuckles. That was just false advertisement. It was. I don't care how you try to spin it. It was false advertisement. Otherwise, I'm down for anything else. Give me some more, study and development on Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Shadow. Well, with Shadow, I really hope that they do a solo Shadow movie where now we can follow Shadow's adventures, which can be separate of what Sonic and gang is doing, and maybe in a future movie they all come back together. But how that movie ended, hey, give us some more Shadow. Shadow was so badass. Keanu Reeves, let's do a Shadow, spinoff. I'm down for it. Now, as far as Avengers Level Events for the cinematic franchise, well, listen, in Sonic the Hedgehog movie 3, and the third movie, that was already an Avengers level event. Like, the state of the world was at play there. And it took Supersonic, spoilers. I'm sorry. Spoilers. It took Supersonic and Super Shadow. And Dr. Robotnik and Tails to pull that shit out of their ass and save the world. Alright, spoilers done. Listen, I don't need an Avengers level world threat for every movie. That doesn't necessarily make it good. Super, global high stakes doesn't always mean it's good, or doesn't mean that you have to do it. I've seen a lot of movies with, smaller risks, but done in such a way that you're engaged and it's very captivating. As long as it's well done. As long as the story makes sense. As long as I'm engaged. As long as I'm like, well, this makes sense. I like this. Not everything has to be Avengers level threat. The thing about these Avengers level threat and world threats is that a lot of them tend to focus around the same thing. Either the Earth is going to get destroyed, or we're going to terraform the Earth. You could probably pick from like 5. It's like 5 different things, and it's usually one of those 5. Destroying the world, terraforming, converting all the, or transforming all the civilians and Earthlings into, I don't know, soldiers for their other army or something like that, creatures, extracting all the resources from Earth, leaving it barren, crap like that. It's usually all the same and comes back to one of those damn points. Now, I would like to see this franchise go off Earth, right? Let's go into, I don't really know how, well, they haven't really gave us any idea. Like, we've seen Green Hill Zone from Sonic's World, right? We've seen Mushroom Hill Zone, right? I can't remember if we've seen anything else. The technically Labyrinth Zone was on Earth, how we saw it in Sonic 2. But, so, is it like, they haven't really told us how the aliens' world or worlds are built around each other. Is it one world? Is it like the cartoon? Is it Mobius? Like, are there different planets? Are the zones on different planets? I don't know. We don't really know that. They haven't really told us that. The one thing I do know is that, at least in the first Sonic movie, Sonic and the Echidna tribe were all on the same planet. Now, when Robotnik went to Mushroom Hill Zone, I don't know if that was technically on the same planet as where the Echidna tribe and Sonic and Longclaw were. Because when Knuckles popped up on Robotnik in the beginning of the movie, he came through a warp ring. But, like I said, we don't know. Maybe we could flesh all this out. I would love to hear more about the extended universe, or what's going on these alien planets where the furries are from. Talk to me about the flickies. I want to see some badniks that are more video game accurate. Scratch and Grounder. Come on, where's Scratch and Grounder? Coconuts. I want some more of that kind of stuff. But we'll see. We'll see where this goes. That's all I got to say about it, folks. Sound off in the comment section. That's a wrap for today's episode. I appreciate each and every one of you for stepping in, showing your love, showing your support, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Now, I could sit here and smack you all around with the generic like, comment, subscribe BS, but nobody gives a damn about that. So do whatever the hell you want to do, because you're going to do it anyway. Now, I'm going to give you to the count of 10 to get your ugly, yellow, no good keister off my property before I pump your guts full of lead. I am Boo, and I am out.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.